So it's currently 9 o'clock on Wednesday the 5th of May, and today I'm going to be writing one essay in 12 hours. The goal of today is to get my politics essay finished. Basically I'm writing a British politics essay and it's got to be about a significant day in modern British history. So I'm doing the creation of the Lib Dem coalition as my essay. I've got to write 1,250 words. It isn't a massive essay, so I feel like it is super manageable. Yeah, basically my plan for today is just write that essay. It's due in on the 24th of May, so I still do have like a couple of weeks to get it finished. I like to just assign myself one day and I just spend that full day writing my essay, making sure that it is completely finished of my ability, and then I go back at a later date and reassess it, make sure everything's okay with it, change any little details, any grammar mistakes, things like that. Because I'm not one of those people who works like super close to the deadline and does it the night before. I am like a 3 or 4 week in advance kind of gal. So I've been planning this essay for the past week, doing lots of reading, trying to get some out of the box ideas for it, because one of the most important things with university essays is that you think out of the box and that you're being really critical and analytical. So I really wanted to do well in this one. British politics is one of those things that I like to think that I'm good at, so if I don't do well in this essay I will be really disappointed. So hopefully I will do really well. So it's just turned 9 and I've spent the last hour just kind of getting ready, quite chill, doing my skincare. I had some porridge, I've got a cup of green tea, and then I also have a cup of water. So I'm trying to stay hydrated to kind of keep my brain on focus. So my day's going to be split up into sections, and the first hour I'm going to be spending making my quote bank finalised, because basically when you write a university essay you need to quote other people and reference what they're saying to back up your points. So I've done a lot of reading. I've gone through and highlighted anything that looked interesting to me, anything that stand out, anything that was kind of a political theory that I thought I could use. And now I'm going to go through those in the next hour and just make sure that I pull out the most relevant ones to the points that I've made, because sometimes you'll see something that's a really good point but it's just completely irrelevant to things that you're trying to say in your essay. That's the plan for the next hour. Then I'm going to take a 15-minute break and run to the post office, and I will start trying to write the first paragraph of my essay, and that should take me around an hour and a half, and then I'm going to have a lunch break, and then I'm going to try writing the second paragraph, which is the biggest, bulkiest part of my essay, and that should take me around 2 hours. And then I am going to try and like pull all of my ideas together and make sure that my essay is in really good standing. It will take me to around 5 or 6 o'clock, and then I'm going to take a break for tea, and then I'm going to spend a couple of hours just finalising it all, making sure everything's perfect, filling in anything that I've missed out, and then I will take myself to bed. So that is the plan for today. I hope that you guys are excited to come along with me and write this essay. I am quite stressed, even though it is like a few weeks in advance, because I just really want to do well in this essay. Whenever I watch these types of videos, they're always like 2 hours before the deadline, and I could just never ever work like that. It's just personally too much for me. I am like a really organised and prepare in advance kind of person, so for me writing an essay the night before it's due is just something that I would never ever like make myself do, because I would be like crying. Like sometimes I will like spend a day crying over an essay, but then I'm like, right, tomorrow we're gonna write the essay and I'll be fine. So if it was the day before and I was crying over the essay, then the essay would not get written. But hopefully I'm not going to cry over this essay, because it's the easiest out of the 4 essays that I've got for the end of year due. So hopefully it's going to go well. I'm going to get it done. It's currently 9:03. I'm going to pop an hour on my clock and then we will have a little break. But let's get on with the quote bank and all of my reading. It's now 9:45. I'm making some good progress with my quote bank. I've got like 30 quotes here from like 6 different readings. I still need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, 6 more. So I think it's going to take me a little bit longer than expected. I'm going to let myself work till 10:15 and then nip to the post office and then come back, and if I need to do any more then I can just do that for a little bit and then go. But I've got like quite a lot of quotes for like context and things, but I need some more to support my like analytical statements at the end. It's quite tricky because there's a lot of the writing about the coalition was written in the early 2010s, kind of whilst it was happening. People don't seem to really have written much about it, like since it's happened, apart from me, evidently, for my essay. That's kind of tricky, but I think I'm just gonna have to like use quotes from like obviously 2013, 2015 kind of time period to analyse what they said and like say how that's now applied to 2021. So it's now 10:10 and I have a massive bank of quotes. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little table and pop them all into sections because there are just so many that I feel like if I just have them all laid out in this list it's going to be a bit confusing. So I'm going to pop them into tables. I'm going to have kind of what section of my essay they can relate to mostly, what they are suggesting, and obviously what journal they've come from. So I've now created this like bank of all of my quotes. So I've popped the quote in, where it fits in my essay, kind of the context of it, and where it's from. Obviously I'm not going to be using all of these in their like bulk form, but I will be taking little bits from them and referencing them throughout. I've actually got so many. I'm really pleased with what I've managed to do in the last kind of hour and a half. Just got back from the post office. It is now 10:11, so I've got all of my quote banks done. I've just like done like a bunch of reading and stuff, so I'm basically ready to start writing the first bit of my essay. It's going to be all about context, and I'm probably going to try and get this to like 500 words and then see how I feel about it, because it might be a little bit too long, might be a bit too short. But my goal for today is just write down every single relevant, analytical, critical, important bit of information, and if I come out with too many words at the end, that is absolutely fine. I can just cut them all out. I'd rather have too much than too little, because it's always better to work with a little bit too much. With these first year essays, I have got such small word counts, which is kind of crazy because in A-level you don't really get word counts. I kind of say write as much as you can in an hour, 40 minutes, whatever it is. But for this, I have like unlimited time but a short word count, so I find it quite difficult to kind of get everything I'm trying to say in. So yeah, time to start writing the first section. I don't want to do it. It's gonna be alright, we can do it. At 589 words of context, which is quite long. I've still got another paragraph, or like mini paragraph to do on this. It's only 12:30, so I've still got half an hour to finish this bit off before I grab some lunch. But so far it's going well. I feel like I'm getting across what I want to say. I just feel like I'm using too many words because I'm already halfway through the word count for the essay. It's now 1 o'clock. I'm going to take a quick lunch break and then come back and look at this with fresh eyes in about half an hour. So it is quite long. I think what I've written is about 600 words of things that I'm actually going to keep in, and then I kind of like write my essays in like a really chaotic way. So I like copy and paste bits from my plan and put it all in red and then rewrite it in black, so I know what's like what I need to do and what I've actually written as paragraphs. So it is like very chaotic at the minute. Unfortunately, I'm not really able to show you much of my actual essay because obviously this is an assessed piece of work. I can't really share it on the internet because I don't want to get done for plagiarism, don't want someone to copy me. But I'm really happy with how it's going so far. I'm feeling quite motivated and it's going really well. So I'm just going to have some spaghetti hoops on toast for my lunch because I can't be bothered to have anything nutritious. And then I'm going to fill up my water and eat that, and then I will come back to this. So I'm now at 1,360 words and I still have a whole other paragraph to write and quite a bit more information to pop in. So I'm definitely going to be a lot over the word limit. It's only 3 o'clock, so I'm going to spend like 2 more hours just trying to get all the information in that I want, and then I'll probably make some tea and then I'll come back to it and try and cut the word count down by a lot. It's now 4 o'clock and there is like 2 small sections of my essay left to write. Got to write my second paragraph, which is about the duration of the coalition, which is only going to be about 200-300 words. I've got to write a little bit more for the context part, plus a little bit about the repercussions of it all. Basically, I've gone over the word limit by quite a bit. I think I'm at 1,500 words now and I've still got maybe 600 more words to fit in. I've just been kind of going through for the past like 20 minutes or so, cutting out words that were unnecessary. But I think what I'm going to do to give me a better idea, have my computer play it out loud for me, because on Word they have this really great feature where you can just kind of highlight everything and it reads it out loud for you. So I'm just going to have my computer do that for me so I can like listen to it, because sometimes when I'm reading it through I'll like miss out some words and things like that. I'm gonna have it play it out loud to me.
The aim of this essay is to discuss and evaluate the...
So I've got 1 more paragraph to write and then I'll basically be done. It's quite a bit longer than I want it to be at the minute. That's okay because I can just like cut out random words, and basically that's what my plan is now, just to finish the last paragraph and then just cut out as much as I possibly can that's irrelevant, and then I'll probably be done hopefully in the next hour and a half so I can get on with cooking my tea. Now 6 o'clock and I have written 1,485 words, so I need to chop it down a little bit, but I'm done with my essay for today. I'm honestly just so pleased that I got it finished. The bulk of it is now done. So guys, that is me done for today. I am so pleased that I've finished that essay. That is 1 ticked off my checklist. I've only got another 3 to go before the end of this term. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see me write any more essays, please let me know and I will happily do a full video on that. However, I can't promise that those ones will be as happy and smiley as this one was, because I am so stressed about those essays, but I'm so glad that this one is out of the way. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you all very soon. Goodbye.